This is Zeta, your host, episode 3 of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake. If you guys are joining in when I catch more on Tony Hawk every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, be sure to hit that red support button. If you guys are new in the chat. If you guys are not new in the chat, smash the like button, tweet them out, leave a comment, share them as good as you can. There's also anybody in the chat from Zombie Gaming. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. If there's anyone in the chat that does have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you like. Let's get things started so far today, and you know, as good as we can get it. Well, we watch our videos in full, we like them in full, share them, tweet them out as good as we can, and we're all good to go. But other than that, if you guys also want to vote for the idol, Aladdin's at 27. Actually, no. Aladdin's at 29, Great Summon at 12. Basically for the other format in between. But other than that, and so far today, I slept good through last night, and, you know, not much complaint for any loyalty in between. But how is everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are well, staying safe out there. Today's the, any particular day that's been trying to keep everybody safe as good as we can. And, you know. Well, I really can't complain today either. After my love and I had good romantic time together, and, so we really wanted to have time together, since I had a little bit of a blister on my left toe. See my tiny left toe on my foot a little bit. I just think it's actually one of two things that might have been, but you guys will also get IGN news later on today too. And also, if you guys have any advice for my pudding, once he goes to this interview today at the library, 'cause I haven't been to a library for a while, but I'm hoping he does get it. Then he's actually going to contact me to see how the interview went today. So it's going to be around 9 o'clock this morning, so I don't see that being a huge problem. So most of us can talk about it, see what he actually thought of the interview today, and see how that's going to be handled. But how's everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are well, staying healthy as always, and I will be getting a shower going after I do an hour and 20 minutes of this, so I did point out I don't think I'm going to be with my pudding today, because I do go back tomorrow, and I pretty much just need some time to relax since I go back to work tomorrow, and then you guys will have a new episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake tomorrow after 5 o'clock, and you know, see what we can gather. And also my opponent goes back to the art studio the same way, so you know, we talk some business afterwards, and you know, a couple different things that came out of softball practice, and talked about my Pittsburgh Steelers a little bit. And I'm like, anybody that talks about the Steelers has the same comment, so don't even try to maneuver that for sure. So, yeah, softball practice was not bad, to be honest. Just my opponent wanted to have, he actually just wanted to have time with me. And I'm like, you know what, gosh dang it. I'm like, alright. At least I can get a break from the chat. Like I said, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter as good as you can. Morning, Celine. How you doing? Are you from Zombie Gaming or not really? Well, how are you so far today? And also on the lineup tonight, I think you guys will have The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, you guys are gonna have a new episode of The Last of Us Part 2 tonight. But how are you this morning? Hope all is well from Zombie Gaming. I did jump in the stream for a little bit and get my count back up there as always, and you know, really not much to reduce or something like that. Got about 2 likes to kick things off. Can we get 5 in the chat today? Because we're going to do IGN News a little bit later on today too. And as far as tonight goes, I will be with the AAA meeting with the Fight Power. I will be with Brother Gasly, Drunko, and Sinatra. They want to try to continue their excellence of Wheel of Fortune. I don't think my love and I are going to have time together either, so I think it might be this weekend, but I'm not really sure right now, so I can try to focus what we actually need to do, since most of us always like talking business with IGN News. So you guys are really awesome when you guys come in, you know, it's actually an important thing. Let me ask my eye real quick. Alright, there we go. But thank you, Celine, for saying hi this morning in the chat. Like I said, I'm actually gonna continue to get the format going for. I mean, the extra standard schedule. But I'm gonna tell you what, guys. What actually got me a little raging mode is the fact that I was on my way to. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if you actually would like this call this funny a little bit, but I was on my way to softball practice, and a half of my Italian sub from Subway. And basically, I come by 2 people. I was sitting on one of the bench tables across from softball practice last night, and basically, there was a couple people that actually got into my system a little bit, got into my business quite a bit, and while I was just relaxing, sitting there, running my own business as always, with you guys outside the chat with me. So basically, a couple of people actually got on my case. It wasn't the ones from softball practice, if that's the case. But what really happened is, a couple of people got into my skin, got into a little bit of my skin, basically, saying I have to pick up my trash. And I'm like, hey. And I'm like, here's the thing. Be like, why don't the two I'm like, why don't the 2 of you think about what you guys are doing, not worry about what I'm doing. So basically, a couple people, yeah, there was a woman that was actually wearing the blue shirt, some kind of a bluish shirt or something, walking a couple dogs, picks up my Subway stuff, and we also have one guy that ran his mouth to me too, but I really didn't know who the other 2 were, what those 2 were. I mean, I don't even know those pieces of trash, to be honest. I mean, I even told their ass currently, I'm like, you don't know who I am, what I've been dealing with, or how real life should be. But other than that, he's like, this is not work, this is real life. And I'm like, hey, don't worry about what I'm doing. Be like, I'm like, why don't you guys just leave me alone, and I can do whatever I feel like doing. And the one in the blue shirt gave a little not a fantastic look, and I'm like, just keep driving, pal. Don't worry about what I'm doing, and I can focus on enough things that I have. And what you guys understand from Zombie Gaming, I don't trust a couple people that don't know who I am. You know, it's just that they don't just trust themselves most of the time. You know. I mean, everybody understands I pick up my own trash when I'm at work, with family, or when I'm with my angel, you know. Or when you guys come in the chat, you know, we know how to pick up our own trash most of the time, so. But I don't understand why those 2 strangers want to be brought up to me. I mean, get into my business, you know. But I'm like, can the dramas just end or something? you know? I just think it's stupid. Between two people that wants to talk crap to me, and wants to try to disrespect me when it comes to being real life and all that. Well, you know something that's up. It's their problem. It's those two people's problem, not mine. Basically, they may know how to pick up their own trash, but I know what I'm supposed to do. So on my way to when I was at softball practice afterwards, but yeah, those two nearly got me upset during that time being. What's up, Shane? How you doing? Good, welcome back, buddy. How's it going this morning? We also have a lot of stuff that we have to go into as well. But I did miss you in the chat today. All I know is, you know, those two just really have to watch what they're saying to me, you know. But either way, saying a long time no see. Oh boy. But other than that, guys, but overall, I did watch a little bit of softball practice last night, and my opponent wanted me to come over for an hour, and I'm like, you know what? That'll be fine. I'm like, that'll be fine. I'm like, that'll be fine, to be honest, and you know, even though I actually got some good exercise this week, and you know, I don't think softball practice wasn't that bad. I mean, I normally go to softball practices every Tuesday, but I don't know if I may want to keep on going down there. If I see a couple of people that I see that want to run their mouth against me and try to make something up of me. But here's the thing, I don't trust a couple of strangers most of the time. All I know is they care about themselves and tell me to pick up my own trash. I'm like, hey, don't worry about what kind of set I'm doing. I've got enough stuff that I'm doing, and which is why the PS5 is up there. You guys in the chat that are always awesome, since I love you guys. From Zombie Gaming, he's always the best there is, the best there was. Best there ever will be, you know. Like I said, we don't take toleration. We don't take disrespect from anybody. But that's what the woman that was walking two dogs in didn't understand. The man that was smoking inside of his car didn't understand. But saying I have to pick up my own trash, is this real life, buddy? And I'm like, hey. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, mind your own business, and I can deal with my own. Which you guys always understand. I've been at Walmart. I've still been at Walmart for 3 years. You know, if I were to see those two again, I'm not gonna even try to really pay attention to them. I mean, you guys know how to calm me down. My opponent knows how to calm me down the same way. A little more than anything at a time. And I would have been like, look who's talking, buddy. But overall, I did watch a little bit of softball practice afterwards, and, you know. Instead of a couple people telling me to pick up my own trash and do what I have to do. But I normally pick up my own trash as good as I can, you know. Been at Walmart for over 3 years. Love what I do, you know. Getting the PS5 as the top seed. As you guys do, what most of us did understand, you guys did hear that clearly, that the Xbox Series X is going to be coming out in a couple months by November. And pretty much the smaller system is going to, I think the price is, well, we all know how much it's going to be. $299 for the Xbox Series S, actually. Which I think it's going to be a real good system. But nothing compared to what the PS5 is going to do. Trust me. And I'm like, I've got enough stuff on my mind that I'm trying to put in. And, But yeah, the two that spoke with me about my trash when I got back from Subway, they don't really know what's going on. All I know is it's their business, not mine. I'm gonna be married to my future fiancé in the future, and, you know, more prepared than anything. Her and I have now been together for 1,172 days today, too. But yeah, so far today on my Love's Plate, well, she does have an interview today, for sure, around 9 o'clock at a library. But what we also remember is, the first time I was in an interview. I told you guys in the past that I was in an interview for starting stockman position for, at Walmart 3 years ago. So basically, like I said, I love what I do. You know, so it's always a real good experience to go out there and get some fresh air. You know, having a good standard, schedule, normally. But I really can't complain either way. Oh, we got a little sack boy going. Ooh. What's up, Rays? How you doing? How's your brother doing? And by the way, guys, good morning. By the way, like I said, the two of them that they pay much attention to, told me to pick up my own trash. I'm like, hey. I would have been like, worry about yourselves and worry about what you guys are doing. I can't complain, buddy. So far today, I've only been up since a little after 6 o'clock this morning, but... Oh, he's doing videos, that's not bad. Has there been a couple of good ones, basically? Like I said, guys, you guys will, like I said earlier, you guys will have a new episode of The Last of Us 2. I do want to do baseball this weekend. That'll be this Saturday. I think it will be this Saturday, so we're gonna get to IGN News in just a second. But if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, let me know in the chat. I'm not that hard to find the same way. Hold on a second here. But other than that, but how are his videos doing by chance? He had done 10 and he did 6 today. Oh wow, not a bad idea. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, like my sister Siren, well, I'm hoping 2021 is going to be very interesting this time, because as soon as we get a lot of vaccines in the United States, that's going to change. It's going to change a lot of our careers that are coming in. But other than that, at least we know how to survive quite well, to be honest. What it takes to survive with something like this, but you know, it's good. It was good to have 90-degree heats as always, and you know, not much to compare. If you guys, like I said, you guys can also vote for the idol anytime you like. But speaking of the devil, what's up, brother? Hi, brother Bad Boy, how you doing? But guys, let me ask you this: do you guys in the chat get the feeling that two people actually get into your business and tells you to pick up your own trash, tries to give you disrespect? If you're having Subway, Pizza Hut, ordering something online in a restaurant or something like that. Like I said, that was actually what happened last night on my way to softball practice. And I'm like, hey, don't worry about what I'm doing, worry about what you guys are doing. I don't care if it's real life or not. I'm 100% Christian. But that's when my friend and I talked about it, when I actually came over, so and I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna be down again, but it's gonna be soon. But her and I are actually giving each other some time to think about it. Like I said, guys, you guys will have a new episode of The Last of Us 2. Since we're actually at the middle, basically. But other than that, I just get I always get sick and tired after what happened over the weekend too. But there's really not much to complain on it. But alright, well, you guys can follow me on Twitter anytime you like. I'm not that hard to find, basically. Oh, you did some good videos? Well, there's really not much to describe. I mean, at least there's also some good stuff intact. As far as the secret tape goes, I think that's going to be almost... Let's confessing. We'll get IGN News started in just a second, guys. Hold on. Most of us are very understanding when anybody comes in. But if a couple people want to be bastards and not have a lot of respect, hey. Like a couple people told me to pick up my trash, it's their problem. It's their own problem, not mine, so... If I see those two again, I'm not gonna even try to pay attention to those guys. I don't think so. I mean, I don't smoke, I don't give an alcohol pleasing on that. I mean, plenty of people do it because they can actually get up and do something before they go to work. I always love what I do for the last couple days. But the way everybody understands what the format works, and I work, well, when it comes to having a great schedule, thanks to personnel, is I work Sunday, Mondays, off Tuesday and Wednesdays. Work Thursday, Fridays, and I'm off every Saturday, so. Now that is a real good schedule right there. And that is pretty much every 31 hours, every 2 weeks, you know. Now I gotta tell you, that set of schedule is really going to help me out. Help me out as always, so I can have some more time the stuff that I can do, and see what makes sense and what kind of plans I want to make. You know, it's a good feeling. It's always a real good experience to get some time with you guys. More importantly, so we can talk about business as good as we can. Okay. Yeah, we do have some IGN news. We do have some IGN news for you guys today. So, because I'm off till tomorrow, since you guys will have 7 Remake by then. But okay. So basically, we're gonna start with the one that started 10 hours ago. But first, let's see how good we're doing. We're gonna go Prosecutor 2. Get about 6 likes. Very good, guys. Good job. Can we get 6? Can we get 8 in the chat? That's a good start. Very good start. So here's the thing. Academy announces new inclusion rules. Pretty much new rules, guys. And that would be for the best picture consideration. Which, of course, is actually something that's a little more... Yeah, that's actually a long article. I'm gonna pass. We also have some releases for you guys for today and tomorrow. I'll tell you guys in a second. As soon as I get these things out of here. But right now we're going to try to knock off these barrels as good as we can. Okay, that's 2. So basically, I did read some movies to you guys of which ones had good optimistic popularity, and some of them have had it, which is the Goonies, pretty much the Goonies, the what do you call it, the GoldenEye. Yeah, GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan. I think Pierce Brosnan is actually one of our idols. That did quite well with James Bond. trying to figure out who else did quite well. I do know Mae West didn't play a part. I know somebody else did. I just don't know who told me. I know somebody from Zombie Gaming in the chat that actually told me that this guy had some good experience. I really can't remember. It's one of two. See guys, it's actually one of two that I'm thinking. Okay, there's three guys. Well, if we can try to get something on this board, I don't see that being a problem if I can. We need is two pilots here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to grab some of it or not. I mean, we can try, but I don't. How that's going to work? Even though there's still a lot to see in the beginning of the series. And also in other news, we have for the iPhone and Android, most of us are gonna be getting Company of Heroes. That's coming out on iPhone and Android. Let's see if we can go to school number 2 in a second. For the Switch, we're looking at Bacon Switch. I think it's about baking or cooking, I would assume. We also have Hot Shot Racing. That's right guys, Hot Shot Racing. That'll be coming out for Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We also have Other Side coming out tomorrow for the Switch. And also out today, what I pretty much am not going to get back to it, is The Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon. I mean, I did enjoy some of the Outer Worlds, kind of like Borderlands, but I didn't feel any more anticipation to it. I mean, it was not going to be able to start from there, but I've always thought the game was good, a little bit intriguing, but you know, I didn't feel like going back into it as much as I used to, since Borderlands 3 is coming back soon. That I am announcing. You see guys, I am announcing that Borderlands 3 will be back very soon. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be soon. It might be the end of this year. I want to say it might be before the end of this year for sure. So we can actually get back to what we're doing. But yeah, that's why I stopped the series after 57 episodes. 57 instead of 59. So that I didn't feel like increasing it right now. But either way, it's not all too bad, to be honest. You guys really like the series. I gratefully appreciate it, you know. But I only have 2 games that are left before I let go of this console. It'll be my Angel's property for the PS4. So like I said guys, the only few games that are left, I think you guys are getting that in the chat. That we know for sure. And that is Watch Dogs Legion and Watch Dogs Legion and Cyberpunk. So I think those 2 games are going to be really stunning. The graphics between the 2, I just think it's going to be great. Watch Dogs 2 is actually a little more of a trusting game, a trusting opportunity for most of us that can experience a whole new world to bring in. For a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no of where to go. But you guys have the idea. There's also some reaction to the Xbox Series X S price, but also the release date. And I don't know if it's really coming to me or not. I mean, but I don't know. I just think it's more of anything for sure. But most of us, some of us are getting the two consoles together, but I for one am not. The PS5 is the only #1 seat that's there. Same with the Series X as well. I'm not gonna even try to complain. I mean, I do think both systems are gonna do very well for the goodest popularity that we can give them. Most of us will have the PS5. You guys will also have the Xbox Series X and the S in total. Let's see, S console is actually a smaller one. Small console, I really can't complain either way about it, but I think it's going to be interesting. I still think it's going to be very interesting to see how both consoles are willing to contend. But yeah, my friend has an interview in an hour. If you guys could send your good advice in the chat, please, that'd be good. You see, when I was in when the first time I was in an interview, aka orientation, I actually got really paid for it. I really did get paid for it, so it was actually a good amount of money to kick things off with. And that was when I was in my first few days at Walmart, you know. Back when my dad was actually doing very well in his career. He actually knew what he actually wanted, in the past and present. As far as my stepmom goes, she's actually still working at Goodwill. I haven't been to Goodwill for a while since during the virus. Actually, way before this virus started igniting. But you know, he always has some good treasures that I'm comparing to, and you know, any good stuff to look at or purchase. As good as anything else comparing. Yeah, I'm looking to see if my angel can come really quick and jump in the chat this morning. Like I said, 2021 next year, it's going to be good this time. As 100% Christian, I swear to God, it will be a pretty good year. That's why most of us can disagree. The others in the chat can disagree. I mean, agree or disagree. If we think this virus is going to end by November. I mean, I hope it does. I really hope it does. If not, I might be wrong, but I hope not. So that way we can get back to the normal life again and, you know, not worry about slipping other things. Okay, we just need one more gun. Actually, two more, excuse me. Oh, damn. And another slip up, guys. It's like I said, most of us get a lot of this most of the time, so it's not a terrible idea for something to look into for sure. But you know, after those two left, I really didn't pay attention to any of them afterwards. You know, I was just minding my own business. Since I'm actually liking my standard schedule as good as anything. But speaking of anything, we'll get back to Isaac News in just a second here. So don't move. I wanna actually bring another article to this. There's also the best microphones too. So we'll get to that in a second after I get done with this run. Hopefully we can try to achieve some more of these if we can. I'm pretty sure we can if there's another bell in here. Alright guys, there are only not 4, but there's about 5 of these, so I don't know what the 5th one could be, but I've been having some sort of a hard time finding them. As good as anything. But hold on a second. Okay. Well, well, well. If it isn't my brother, Leon Kennedy. How are you? How are you today, buddy? I missed you. You guys can swing yourself with the best high-end keyboard for gaming. It also tells you how to play two-player co-op and multiplayer in Marvel Avengers. Well, it's actually the same day as this game came out, and that was actually on the 4th of this month. You know, like I said, I'm really enjoying the series. This has been a long time since the PS1 version came out back then. You know, the graphics, like I said, the graphics are still really good compared to anything. Well, like I said, Leon, it's good to see you. I was wondering if you had some advice for my pun today, since he has a library interview around 9 o'clock this morning. I mean, we did have an hour of having time together last night, since he actually wanted to have time together during the time being, before I left. I'll tell you in a second. Oh, car plant. Say goodnight, buddy. We'll get to that in a second here. I'll get to the chat in a second. I'll bring you guys comments in a minute. But other than that, like I said, the price between the Xbox Series X and S, that is a total combined of almost $800, if I'm right. So I'm not paying that much money. The PS5 is the only console that's left for us. So we can actually feed, not worry about anything else to attack. Well, remember guys, lesson 1, strike first, strike hard, and no mercy. Which Cobra Kai is still coming out by, as a beat-em-up game on the 27th. 2 days by next month, before Watch Dogs Legion comes out, so I'm still prepared to buy it very shortly. Since we can find some more bells, we can actually prosecute. Damn it. Japan, no. Okay, there we go. Leon says, I am doing good. Wrestling the other day. Remember when I said Sasha's going to turn on Bailey? And it was the other way around. Yeah, I think so. So basically, Bailey did do that as SmackDown Women's Champion. So people were actually thinking that Sasha was going to turn on the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion. Now, speaking of TikTok, I don't get on it. I still really don't get on it as much as possible. I mean, I don't jump on the app. That's why I focus on Facebook Messenger with my pudding. Some of the others that are always, especially my Subway family, my Disney Plus, Twitter, you guys in the chat. But the PS4 is the #1 seed this year. Like I said, Brother Mark, I haven't told you the price about the Series X, Series S, did I? I mean, the price right now for by November 10th, so far today, what I read yesterday, is the Xbox Series S is coming out on the 10th the same time as the X Large is, and that'll be up for $299. I mean, it does sound like a good amount of money, but I'm paying more on the PS5 that I should be doing, you know, that I will be doing at the same time, in the same part of it. So you know, the PS5 is the only last system I've got, to be honest. There's no other console that I want but the PS5. I've been having this feud with the PS5 for since the middle month of June. But if you guys have any advice for my putting in the chat, please, for an interview today, around 9, let me know. So we can actually talk about it. We also have Nintendo is reportedly asking developers to make 4K ready games, as they are suggesting a Switch update. But let me ask you this, Leon. what do you expect between the two? As far as Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are concerned. Oh, Fall Guys? Yeah, Fall Guys is actually fun. Even though I still have not played it, but it does look good for what it actually is. But I may play it sometime if I go on Twitch sometime. Go back to it again if I play it. But not only that's actually a free game too. Remember, we also have Rocket League. Besides, we're going to get Rocket League very soon for free to play. So that's coming out very soon. I believe in it. Hope it goes well. But you know what the tough theory is, Leon? That I hope not. That I hope Bayley doesn't hold on to SmackDown Women's title till next year's WrestleMania. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. I mean, I don't want to see it. I mean, I don't want to see it happen. Because if anybody would get the SmackDown Women's title, it would be Sasha. It would be Sasha Banks for sure. I think Sasha should win it by WrestleMania. Or either, actually no. I would think either that or Clash of Champions. But I think there's one more. How's James Cox? Well, James Cox is doing good. Even though I haven't spoke with him for a while. I mean, he's always awesome sauce the way he posts stuff on, since he's trying to connect with doing some, what do you call it? Some of, social networking with them. But I haven't really jumped onto that. I've just been busy with work and a couple other things too. But, you know. But yeah, he's always my loving, caring brother. He was the first one that got me started before I met you guys from zombie gaming, you know. He got us that far. I mean, he got me that far, to be honest. But, I haven't spoke with him for a while. As much as I used to. But I'm always in prayer with him. As always, so. But other than that, but the only advertised matches we know for Clash of Champions is the rematch between Randy Orton challenging Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship as well. If I were to think a prediction right now, I'm thinking one of two. I mean, McIntyre, well, here's the thing, McIntyre delivered a couple huge messages to his challenger Randy Orton in a rematch for the WWE Championship, basically, and that was actually this Monday on Raw, so even though it's really not much of an obstacle or anything claustrophobic. That's right. Hashtag Prince Ali, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for that. So basically, according to John Ollerman today, guys, it goes on to state, Nintendo is reportedly asking developers to make 4K ready games, which could suggest that a new, higher resolution console is on the way. And that would be a new Switch upgrade if I'm correct. Correct for a different certainty. A Bloomberg report that about Nintendo's plans to boost Switch's production includes a brief mention of Nintendo's apparent request, which is why the third-party developers reportedly been asked to make their games 4K ready. Now, I don't know how most of us can try to relate to it. Oh, we can actually do this. Ooh. It's been a while since I have done a tournament. Which implies the company as the least considering a model of the console that can output at a higher resolution than the Switch is currently capable of. So guys, I just think they're just looking to make third-party stuff to make something really interesting. See how that's going to go. I mean, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the upgrade for the Switch is going to go for. I mean, I don't know, to be honest, but I think it would be very interesting to see how they try to display it. I mean, I think I'm a little bit excited to see what they can actually make out of it. What do you think, Leon? I'll tell you guys in a second what I think. I mean, I think it's gonna be... I mean, of having it 4K ready, it all depends. I mean, I've had my Switch Lite for quite a while. Quite a while at least. But... if anything that's a little more elusive... I don't know, to be honest. To be a little more clear. What's up, Elias? How you doing? Can we welcome Elias in the chat, guys? From Zombie Gaming. And also, the thing about that is... that the report comes shortly after we heard rumors of a new Nintendo Switch model with a better display. And that usually is from a different total. From a different total. I'm crafting a meatball sub. Oh, meatball sub, nice. Meatball Subway. Now, meatball sub, aka meatball marinara. Now, that sub is actually good. But the sub that I was on the sub that I went after, it was the, it was, what do you call it? It was the Italian BLT. Apparently I lost my other half of the footlong when I was on my way to practice. And I'm like, come on. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, sometimes I lose part of my sub, but not a whole lot. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just think it's not all too bad. I mean, it's actually the first time for my Subway family that I've been jumping into a Italian BLT. Which you've got, I think lettuce is one of them, if I'm right. Everybody knows what a BLT is. Kind of like something that's worth sandwiches that's compared. I would assume, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I'm like, I did lose part of my sub. I'm like, gosh damn it, come on. Oh, you ate a bad strawberry. I'm sorry, buddy. I mean, when it comes to strawberries aren't too bad, either. Morning, honey. How you doing? If you guys want to bring your info in the chat towards my pudding today, or advice going into the interview, let me know, please. So we can actually elaborate on it. So back to the news. Alright, let's see. As a 10, for supply, now as for the current Switch models, guys, Bloomberg, the thing about that is Bloomberg notes that after recovering from the effects of the coronavirus on the supply chain, Nintendo has apparently increased production of the console. Oh, never mind. I thought it was my door, but I guess not. Of the production on that, it will once again to meet demand with 30 million units set as a new goal for this fiscal year. And that's actually according to the sources on a report. In other news, demand for the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection has made it the second best-selling game of the 2020 on Amazon, coming behind Animal Crossing New Horizons. So let's see how that's going to go for sure. My opponent says good, 129. Not bad, not bad. But did you miss me already today? Or it might be or it might have been a damn sound outside, but I will be with my Subway family later. Especially with my top C and my sister Thor the same way, and you know, see how that's going to go. A little more frantic. But I haven't heard from Alice either, so not a single damn thing on that. Well, again, the words of Robert De Niro: never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut. At least none of the at least most of the lawyers know how to do it. Brother Gasly knows how to do it. Drunkle. Actually, wait a second. There was something funny when I was watching Taco Tuesday. You see, there was a couple of funny things that Sinatra pointed out yesterday and last night. I jumped on the stream when he was doing an episode of Taco Tuesday, and I got to tell you, it was funny. He read a little bit of my comments about. I said, "What do you think about Drunkle?" He said, and I quote. He did say, quote. He said, he's good. He's a good lad." And I'm like, okay, that's actually a little bit funny. I believe in you. I think your interview is going to go awesome. Baby, what are your thoughts on that? Damn it, I placed 4th. We'll get back to that in a second. Can we, well, hang time gaps, I'm not 100% sure. Tell you what, can we go back to the, very first one, real quick? We have another, well, like I said, now in 20 minutes today, so that will be a spectacle. Star Wars, Daisy Ridley says raised parentage, saying several times, including being a Kenobi like Obi-Wan. So, honey, so most of us Star Wars fans out there today, you guys are not going to be warned from what I'm looking at right now about what's going on with the Rise of Skywalker. So here's the thing. According to Joe Scribbles, now guys, hear me out. You guys can let me know in the chat. According to Joe Scribbles, Daisy Ridley has spoken about how Rey's parentage changed multiple times during the course of the creation of the Star Wars sequel trilogy. And at one point, there was even a link to the Kenobi family. So basically, guys, this is coming out of the 7th episode of The Force Awakens. So basically, I'll tell you guys in a second here. So basically, the reveals came. Ridley was talking to Josh Gad on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and she was actually asked. She was asked this question, asking if she knew Rey's parentage from the beginning of Episode 7. But Daisy Ridley, guys, the one that played as Rey on Episode 7, 8, and 9, she went on to state, and I quote, she's like, no. At the beginning, there was toying with an Obi-Wan Kenobi connection, and then there were like different versions, and then it really went to that she was no one, unquote. And then it came to Episode 9, and J.J. Abrams and J.J. pitched me the film, and was like, oh yeah, Chancellor Palpatine's your granddaddy. And I was like, awesome. And then 2 weeks later, he was like, oh, we're not sure. So it kept changing, so then audio cuts out, filming, and I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be. Now guys, what do you guys think about that? I mean, J.J. Abrams told Daisy Ridley on Rey's character that what do you call it? That Chancellor Palpatine, so I say Darth Sidious, was actually the granddaddy of Rey's character. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? I mean, the thing about that is, we haven't seen Palpatine. I mean, I could go on this right now. I mean, we haven't seen Palpatine since episode 6. To be honest with you, but well, whatever it actually could have been. Even though Rey is a Skywalker, Princess Leia Organa is actually a Skywalker. Back when Mark Hamill did Luke Skywalker as a Force Ghost for the last time, compared to Frank Oz as Master Yoda. You know, I mean, those two really trained real good together. You know, but do we actually think, guys? Do we actually think that Luke Skywalker did quite well for Rey for his training? I mean, all he was trying to do is give the lightsaber back to him. You know, I just think it might have been so epic to what it actually could have been. You know, I just think ever since Chancellor became Rey's grandfather, that respects us to believe that well, Han Solo is not her father. That came out of Jakku. I mean, him and Chewbacca were actually in. I mean, they made a return on episode 7 at this point. But most of us know the understanding story at this point in time, and that would be. He got back in control of the Millennium Falcon through the Falcon. Not just 10.6, but 12. Basically in a different time being. You know, you guys can keep going in the chat from Zombie Gaming, but like I said, it makes a lot of sense. You know, of how Palpatine was actually the grandfather of Rey in Episode 9. Leon says he used to be Zack Skywalker. The hell I would be, buddy. I don't know. I mean, my last name is Dawson. I mean, I would be a Skywalker, but depends how my beautiful angel would think. Even though it's always never the same about Carrie Fisher either. You know, I just think. I've always thought they really did a pretty good job putting the mind tool with God's help. But what it actually made for my love and I, for anything for Sir, you know, I mean, look. I mean, do you actually think, okay, guys, you give me your understatement right now. You guys are really good today. But do you actually think that Rey would have not been a Skywalker and it would have been a Kenobi, like Obi-Wan? I mean, I would think no, because look, I don't know if Obi-Wan would have been a father to Rey. Almost like father and son. I mean, grandfather to son. Towards what's his face? Obi-Wan and Luke at this point. Which is always never the same without him. Without Carrie Fisher the same way, I'm telling you. See, there's a lot of concept that could be swirling around anything besides anything for Sir. Oh, Kegger Gap, ooh. Broken through the chain. But what are you guys' honest comment on that? I mean, look. Tail dog to Chihuahua? I don't know. But again, followed up by asking who Rey's grandmother is. To which Ridley replied, and I quote, "You tell me, Joss. Clearly, there's no canon answer to the question. That was left on the writer's room floor. At least to Ridley's knowledge." Unquote. Now, the interview guys also posed the question of if Ridley would like to reprise to the role of Rey. See what I understand? I'd say never, but to me, episode 9 of Rise of Skywalker was set up with the bow. Well, speaking of that, what's up, Papa Smurf? How you doing? Do you have any advice for my pun today? Let's go to that interview. I mean, I'm also, like I said, I'm also fucking open tonight, too. Elbow pump. Ooh. Like I said, I'm really open tonight. I mean, I don't have to, like I said, my ass doesn't have to be back till tomorrow. What I have to do is 8 to 5, and then 12 to 8. And then I'm off Saturday. I might be down for my fun back by then. But I just think getting a lot of time for a while before anything else comes up. You know what they say? If it's a deal with no deal chance, the next offer goes up. But it all depends. But how you been today, Smurf? Okay, but do you have any advice for her? From Zombie Gaming? I know you may have advice for her. But Leon thinks that my pun's gonna do quite well. Well, she's gonna get a hold of me after she gets back, so. But either way, I still don't go live in the afternoons. Well, when it comes to days off, you guys understand the format. I go live in the mornings when it comes to days off, and... Oh, there we go! You hear that, baby? Heads up. That's how we keep that bits in line. I'll read the chat in a second. Still move a muscle. Don't move a muscle. But at least it's been better than last Sunday to that Crystal Bits act. Like I said, softball practice was okay until two people almost got into my face. Tell me to pick up my own damn trash last night. When I was on my way to softball practice, and during that, I'm like, watch what you say. I'm not gonna even try to listen to you. That's the only thing. But I don't know. I think Daisy Ridley getting back to Rey Skywalker again, I think it would be interesting. But why would she actually be a Kenobi? But you guys can see yourselves. News. I mean, do we think that she could have been Obi-Wan's father? Maybe. I don't know. Pop Smoke says, so knowledge of the company, interest in what you'll be doing. Those are impressive. True. I mean, I am open tonight, to be honest. Anything less, The Last of Us Part 2 gets a new episode. So, Angel, would you rather have time with me? Well, have I told you guys this earlier? Pop Smurf does not know this. Apparently, I mean, my friend actually, my love and I talked about it last night. When I was on my way. So basically, okay, I'm gonna start from this. So basically, I was holding on to my bottle of Sprite from Subway. Got it actually. I was on my way to softball practice at a park that my partner was gonna be doing with some of her good friends for softball practice. Okay, and I lost the half of my foot long, which is the Italian BLT. I've heard that's actually a real good sub, to be honest. So basically, in between that, hold on a second. Let me read the same second. Basically, you're selling yourself. Besides, best honest impression. Fear isn't attractive potentials. But yeah, that's when it comes to interviews. You know. You always want to ask yourself the question, am I fittable for the job? Am I prepared? I mean, that was when I had my interview at Walmart, you know. I was nervous. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Why am I watch or anything. So basically, there was two people. I mean, I was sitting at one of the picnic tables. Across from softball practice. Okay, and apparently, the two of them actually got under my skin. So basically, they actually got under my skin One of them was actually smoking inside of his truck. Across from where the batting cases were. Where the practice was held. He's like, dude, you have to clean up yourself. I'm like, buddy, just leave me. I'm like, buddy, don't worry about what I'm doing. Leave me alone, or something's gonna really go down to your ass. I'm telling you. So basically, and then the woman, and there was an elderly woman that was walking her 2 dogs, basically. She was walking her 2 dogs last night, and basically, I was getting my exercise, listening to some music through my headphones. But my point is, I love my entertainment. So basically, she told me that you have to clean up yourself, buddy. I'm like, hey. I'm like, don't fucking tell me what I have to do. I do that at work. I mean, I clean. Everybody understands in the chat. I mean, this is actually why we're talking about this, because those two do not have to get under my skin. So what I decided to do was stand up to these assholes at this point. I'm like, don't tell me what I have to do. You guys are not my bosses. I mean, the only ones that tell me is my family, my future fiance, who's romantic, a little more harder for me. Because we've been together for 1,172 days. And we're not gonna stop here. I'm telling you. So basically, and I'm like, you know what, guys? Hey, don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about yourselves. And don't worry about what my interest is. But I didn't pour my love into this. I'm like, it's none of your business for what I do. He said, and this is also what this stupid guy was saying. He's like, this is not work, this is real life. And I'm like, I know what I'm doing, pal. So I'm like, leave me alone. I'm like, leave me alone, because I'm like, don't even try to fucking mess with me. I'm telling you. My point will tell you. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm like, let's get out of here. I'm coming to watch my pudding, doing softball practice, and yeah. But guys, those two don't really understand what I've been going through. I have not even told them that I'm buying the PS5 this year. Besides, those two don't even really have to know about it. It's what happens in this room, you know. But have any of you in the chat ever had problems like that? I mean, I get sick and tired of the drama that quick. I'm like, will this drama even end? What if after this virus clears? I mean, I get sick and tired of the drama. I get sick and tired any entire week because of that. But, you know, they just need to understand. I clean my own mess the way I'm supposed to do it. I do it when I'm on my first and last 15-minute breaks at work. At Walmart, I do it on my 1 hour, you know. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do, not being told by a couple assholes that we don't actually know who they are. Whether it's one is smoking like drinking alcohol or something like that, or walking somebody's damn dogs. I mean, dogs are not bad, but yeah, they just wanted me to clean up after myself, and I'm like, hey, don't tell me what the fuck to do. I have not told my parents on that. Well, they don't need to know out of respect, I'm telling you. But honey, did I tell you? I mean, you and I really, we fucking talked about this yesterday, didn't we? When you actually wanted me to come over, perhaps. Like I said, I knew what I was doing. But those two just ran their damn mouths to me. And I'm like, leave me alone. If you have something to say to me, say it to my damn face. Because violence is not going to solve anything. If you tell somebody to clean up their act. That's why Walmart is always part of my family too. You know? but guys, and I'm like, guys, I don't get it. It's like if somebody makes less money out of respect, like Robert De Niro, because I do respect Robert De Niro, saying that makes money and not really treating a lot of people like an asshole at this point. But like I said, Robert De Niro is always known for playing the best of all time. You know, whether it comes to playing as the intern, one of the people in the Goodfellas, saying, "This is for you. Stay calm, and always keep your mouth shut." That's the important thing. My buddy Leon in the Pop Smith, can you give your info on that, if you don't mind? Got about 8 likes. Can we get 10? Can we get 10? Well, the one lady was not drunk. She was just walking her dogs, getting some exercise. That's exactly what she was doing. The man was smoking out of his damn mind. Talk some crap about cleaning up my trash. I'm like, hey, don't worry about what you're doing, buddy. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You're not the damn boss of me. Besides, he's not my father. I'm telling you. Besides, I have a good, loving, caring family that cares about my pun the same way. I care about my love's safety because I love it so much. That's why Christianity brought us together. And zombie gaming made us proud. Always knows how to make us proud every damn time. So, like I said earlier, I do respect Robert De Niro for that. I'm telling you. Amen to that. I wish people would mind their own damn business. I know, right? That's what really got me upset. Is that people need to understand not to worry about me, about what I'm doing, and just focus what kind of shit they're doing. I mean, I just get sick and tired of people trying to get something behind my back. It's like when people steal money, they don't pay anything. They don't try to get anything back afterwards. And people get tired of it, and that's why they get turned to the police for it. I mean, my love will tell you why I did that. Why I stood up when I stood up for myself. I did what I was supposed to do, but the other two just want to run their mouth at a park. Either way, it's kind of like giving a monkey keys to an amusement park, out of respect, but to a cage for some degree, the maintenance might have been a different outcome, but I did calm down when I was actually in the playgrounds a little bit. Sitting down, having the rest of my meal, then finish my sub, either way, but guys, I just think it's rude, disrespecting to me, and I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous to have a couple people, have a few people, not worry about what they're not supposed to do. And I'm like, hey, it's my business. Don't tell me what your ass can tell me. And they're lucky I didn't shut their mouths for it. But other than that, well, pardon. Let me ask you this, baby. How badly do you think I felt out of the set? Like I said, I was upset. I was pissed a little bit. But like I said, people don't even try to fucking understand what's going on. Mel Karen, it might have been. I don't know. Besides, no one's gonna turn me into the damn police, what I've sort of done. I'm always fucking innocent. Always. I'll read the chat in a second, guys. Don't fucking move. Hold on. Don't move, guys. I want to see if I can get some of this. Rocket air to seize the day. Don't be afraid and don't delay. Nothing can break us, no one can make us. Give the days we love. The people were awesome today. I had to put that towards the Newsies melody. It's like there's one saying from the Newsies. Anybody hear that? Nope. So what we're gonna do about it? Soak them, or kick their ass at this point. That's what the high school. That's what my Lebanese high school team's going to do. Soak them and get their ass whipped. I'm gonna get back to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, and then we'll wrap things up. I'm gonna catch up on its ad in a second. All hail Blue Whale. Hold on a second. When we catch up on that. My point in sense, I feel the same way. Because one of my friends said to me that my homeschool Liberty Center is not going to win a single game. So I said back. So he said back your ass off. Maybe there was a male Karen. Oh, you meant mean people. Like I said, I don't trust mean people. Maybe, like I said, mean people want to be like an asshole to me. Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut. You see, I trust a couple of close people. I really do. But when they try to trash talk about the Steelers, hey. And I'm like, don't worry about a damn thing. I'm like, I didn't ask you a single damn thing. I'm like, I didn't ask you to. I'm like, I didn't ask you to speak to me. But yeah, that's what the two need to understand. You know, I just think if they would have said it politely, I would have expected it. But they actually just got a little bit upset on my backside. Anybody talks about the Steelers, the Giants are going to get their ass kicked. Like my good old friend Jeremiah. He talked about the Steelers at practice. I'm like, hey, I was there for entertainment. I'm like, why don't you just sug your ass up? Let me just watch you guys do what you like doing. My point says, do we think we will win? Leon, Pop Smurf. I'm gonna answer that too. Like I said, we better win. I'm telling you. Because we cannot afford more losses. But think about what the Steelers are going to do. I became a Steelers person for nearly the last 11 years. Became a Steelers person and always a damn Steelers person till the end. Anybody disrespects them, it's like they're going to get a smack across the face for that. Because I wouldn't do that to my opponent because I love it so much. Oh, shut up, golf peep. Full grab. Ooh. We're gonna stop here in a second, guys. Hold on. Pop Smurf, do you have anything? Or do we have Don Knotts playing one character on Star Wars Episode 4 on that? Good luck, baby. Do you have any plans for tonight? Or do you just want me to do The Last of Us 2 with you? And when it comes to sail playing, guys, I don't give a rat's ass on that. You know what they say? When people try to feel something, you know what they say? The law doesn't give a rat's ass how people feel. That's why people always trust lawyers at this point. But good luck, honey. I love you. Keep me informed and know, and have no problems in between. I'm gonna stop here in a second, guys. But you guys understand what I'm getting at. People don't really fucking understand what real life is. Can we look at the profile once real quick? I'm gonna put a sandwich on top of that. I think I might do a little something on that for next week. But okay, guys, I'm gonna stop here for the day. Actually, for this morning at least. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. I have to go. See you all in the next chat. Wish me luck. Good luck, baby. I love you. No highs or lows. But yeah, she's gonna get a hold of me after that. But guys, I really hope our Tigers win, because our Tigers are 0-2, the opponents are 0-2. When you look at the Patriots, you look at the Blue Streaks, those two know how to fucking win. But you know, the Tigers in the first 2 games, they've come a little bit close. Well, with the Blue Streaks, we lost 42-35 since Friday of last week, but I know we can actually get it done. But it all depends how our opponents can do. But if you guys want, but we'll worry about that once we get to that hand. If you guys want to catch more Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake every Tuesday and Wednesday, excuse me. I seen Jackass punch a girl like a man. I hate guys like that. Well, you know what they say about that, guys. People shouldn't have to punch anybody in the face on that. I'm gonna go Jamie Thomas for next week. Be sure to hit that red support button, guys. If you guys are new in the chat from Zombie Gaming. If you guys are not new, smash the like button. Got about 9 likes. Can we get 12? Later. If there's also anyone in the chat that does have a Twitter, you can do so by following me out. Follow me on Twitter. If you guys can get that out, please. Share me out. Leave a comment. And we're good to go, as always. And if you guys can carefully vote for the idol, I would suggest you guys vote for the idol right now. I don't know. I think you, Leon, did it. I think you did it, buddy. I think Papa Smurf did it. I can't recall. It's actually been a while. And I also want to deliver a shout out to Sports Time Machine, aka Utah Mike. Congratulations on doing his Stratomatic baseball from yesterday. Since I haven't watched it quite, since it has some good quality, some time. You guys can vote either Orlando at 29, Great Summit at 12. What's up, Reggae? How you doing? But I want to say thank you, Reggae, for stopping by. Are you guys coming to the chat tonight for The Last of Us 2? Let me know in the chat. I mean, I know some of you guys will be coming in the chat. But are you guys coming in tonight for a new episode of The Last of Us 2? And that, remember, The Last of Us 2 is every 3 to 4 days a week, so see how that's going to inform. Want to say thank you, Puddin', I love you, good luck at the interview. No bad blood this time, no Cold War on that. Want to say thank you, Papa Smurf, I love you, buddy. Oh yeah, Swede Onion Teriyaki sub? I've never heard of it, but I have heard of the sub. Thank you, Elias. Keep up the good work. Celine, thank you. Sane, thank you. Rays, thank you. Bad Boy, thank you, buddy. Keep up the good work. 10 likes, yes, sir. Like I said earlier, I'll say it again real quick. Are you guys coming in tonight? Coming in to chat with me tonight? I mean, it'd be really good so I can tell you guys where we're at on The Last of Us 2. If we can jump on that tonight, we can see what we can do. Oh, yeah, what's that? So up? Okay. Well, it's going to be sometime tonight, around 5:30 or 6. Then I'm just going to relax and play my Switch Lite. But, as far as tomorrow goes, I go back to work tomorrow from 8 to 5, so tomorrow night. Like I said earlier, tomorrow night you guys will have a new episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then I'll start that in the morning before I go into work from 12 to 8. The hours out at Subway, and my family at Subway, so at 9 in the morning to 9 o'clock in the evening. Which I think it's actually a real good solitary thing, to be honest. We'll definitely pass through. Alright, thank you, buddy. Thank you for putting a thumbs up, 10 likes, can we get 12? Well, alrighty, guys. I'll see you guys tonight. I'm hoping you guys had a good time. Tony Hawk will be next week, next Tuesday and Wednesday. The Suzima is this Saturday and Sunday, so... But oh yeah, baseball, like I said earlier, real quick, I will do baseball this weekend on Saturday. So, that'll be the Saturday, it's every 1 to 2 days a week, managing the 12 and 18 St. Louis Cardinals, so that'll be this weekend, with the other one that's being posted. But okay guys, that's gonna be a wrap for me. I want to say have a good morning, hopefully you guys had a good time, be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another. You guys can also follow me on Twitter. Do so as good as you can. This is AD signing off. I'll see you guys tonight for The Last of Us 2. Same time, same channel as Batman Sword. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good morning, guys. Stay safe out there.